going on, everybody? I'm going to make a quick video. This is going to be an unboxing video. This is going to be some new products and parts for my losi 5T. It's had it for about 2 years now. None of my trucks are shelf queens. All of my trucks are abused and used to their fullest potential. A lot of times that potential hurts them. In this case, my losi 5T has seen some body damage. So it was time to change that. So this, you guys remember this when I first got the body. As you can see, that's broken. The body's just not even attached anymore. Half the fenders are missing. That's split. The rear fenders are just atrocious, as you can see. And the main reason for that is this is the truck's original cage. You can see, like, back here, the post is missing. You can see one right there. You can see the post. It's not down there. The inside of the cage is physically broken here. It's missing the front clips. So I started pricing out of how much it would be to replace this cage. Or, sorry, to fix the cage. And I started pricing back and forth, like the front hoops that go into the front bumper. Those are about 13 bucks. I found the two sides on eBay. A gentleman was selling them for $15.99 a side, which was a steal. And then the rear hoops where that pin goes into the rear bumper, those were like 40 bucks. So I added everything up, and all the parts that I needed to repair the cage, just the parts that were broken, was going to be about $84, which isn't terrible if you price up every single piece that is needed for the cage. So I started shopping on eBay, and I almost bought a King Motors cage because they had it. One out of it was a Roven cage right out of New York, and it was going to be $104. And I was like, okay, so I was about to do that. So I started shopping a little bit more, and then I found a person that I've bought from before in the past, which was Dollar Hobbies, and they had the complete losi 5T cage, all assembled. And it was $101 or $100.99 plus $15 in shipping, which wasn't bad. They had a $5 off if you spent $100. So what I did is I bought a complete new cage. This cage was in pieces when I got it. You have to assemble everything. And I didn't really realize how many pieces of a 5T cage there are. So now I have the complete cage ready to go. So this will be a new for a new body. And then that comes down to, for the new body, I also picked up the mounting washers. And I picked up the screws that were going to be needed. Is that way I can keep this body as a backup, as a basher, because let's just face it, I'm still going to kick the truck's ass. I'm still going to have fun with it, and I'm still going to enjoy using it. And unfortunately, enjoy using it is going to take, it's going to take effect on this body. It's going to get beaten up, because unfortunately, if your body doesn't look like this, you weren't running that hard, or you're a really, really good driver. But unfortunately, I run with a bunch of guys, my brother included, and my brother and I get a little bit. We just take it like to heart, and like each one of us wants to be the best, so we'll sacrifice our trucks for the cost. So with that said, now it's time for the unboxing. So it came down. I got the cage, I got the mounting hardware. Now it was the time to decide what I'm going to run for a body. Unfortunately, I will say one thing about any of these fifth scale trucks, no matter what you chose to buy, the parts are, for the most part, especially the bodies, are relatively expensive. Like that cage, I got at a good price. $100 for that cage is a great price. The bodies, if you buy a genuine losi body, it's like $260 to $300 for the body, and it comes in 4 sections. Technically, it would be 6 sections if you count the 2 side panels that bolt to the body, the cage, but nonetheless, it's 4 main body panels. And unfortunately, it's very thin Lexan, and it's a heavy truck, so there's a lot of inertia with it. So if the truck rolls over and what have you, it takes a lot of abuse, and it tends to crack fairly easy. I mean, that body is less than a year old. I bought that body last April. So yeah, last April I bought that body. I did an unboxing with it, and then when I bought my MTXL last year is when that body was new. So I mean, it's less than a year old, and the body looks like that. It was trash. But I think a lot of that had to do with I bolted it onto a roll cage that was already kind of broken. So the big question is, what am I going to do for a body? Well, I was going back and forth. What do I get, a Roven body, which I really didn't want to do. I was looking at those unbreakable bodies on eBay, but again, you know, it's like I kind of like the full fendered look. So then I started thinking, okay, I have my Woodster body for my HPI Baja, which I love. It's thick Lexan. It's a .93. It's very thick, very durable. So I ended up going with, it wasn't a Woodster. It showed up today. Yeah, it's a big box, as you can see, because I can't get the whole thing on frame. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and unbox this with you so you can see it. If I can just get my screwdriver into the tape. Now, once I show you, I'm going to tell you a little backstory about what made me want to purchase this. Because there's a very good reason that made me pull the trigger so fast on this, and I will explain to you in a minute. If I only had a damn scissor with me. God, it's just tape. This has to be the worst unboxing video ever. Yay! Goodbye, box. Okay, so what I the body I ended up going with. Moved. He did move. So the body I ended up going with was a Team Hoonage body. This is a 100% one-piece body, no panels. it is much, much thicker material than your standard 5T body. So, the reason that made me want to pull the trigger on this was very simple. I was going back and forth on this body, and I opted to do it for the simple reason, my son's trying to come in the frame, for the simple reason that I was actually on their site, and they had the blemished and then the regular bodies, and I actually called the number on their site, and I got in contact with Lee from Team Hoonage, and I was talking back and forth to him for probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Great guy, stand up, you know, and it was like I was talking to almost a buddy. It was an awesome conversation, and literally, just in the middle of talking to him, he was like, "Do you have Facebook?" And I was like, "No, I don't have Facebook." He goes, "Oh, well, we weren't selling bodies during the Christmas season because I was on vacation. So he said, if you purchase a body now, I'm going to give you one for free." I'm like, "Oh, wow." So, let's see. Oh, these are all vacuum sealed. So, there are 2 bodies inside of this truck, inside this bag. Let's see if I can get one open. Thick plastic, by the way. So, inside here are 2 Hoonage bodies. So, 1 and 2. So basically, I got 2 for the price of 1, which was an awesome thing. So I like how this body looks. It's got the front of almost of a 5T, but it's one piece. It is thicker material than the standard 5T. And one thing he did tell me when he said that all of the bodies have the holes indented in them for the standard losi hardware, but he had told me that only a few have the holes drilled into them, and he said with all of them bolted down and all of the panels all bolted on, Lee was telling me that it could actually crack the body. So to only use the holes that were pre-drilled from the factory. So I'm going to get this painted up, get this bolted to the roll cage, and we'll go from there. And my losi 5T will have a nice new body on it, and it will look very pretty and very happy. So as you can see with the cage on it, it's going to look pretty good. I'm pretty happy about this, and I'm looking forward to getting it mounted and to see it get on the truck. So with that said, I'll see everybody later. This was just my unboxing video and the new release of my Team Hoonage body by Team HOONAGE Racing for the losi 5T. Alright guys, see y'all later. Bye.